guys, welcome to my channel where we talk books, writing, and making money from the arts. I also share snippets of life as a published author based in Kenya. If you're a returning savvy, thank you so much for always clicking on my content. And if you're new here, karibu sana. Today is a very exciting day. Actually, it's a day every writer looks forward to. You know, from the time you get an idea in your head to write a book to the time you actually hold a physical book, there are a lot of steps. And today was one of the big ones. Today is 23rd November, slightly over 1.5 weeks until we have the book launch. And I've just come from the printer to actually collect physical copies of the book. I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But first, a couple of weeks ago, I got a gift from the publisher of my other 3 books. This is East Africa Educational Publishers. You know, this process has taught me a number of new things. One is just how expensive it can be to actually have a book launch. Now, usually in a book launch, you have what we call a dummy book, which is really just a blown up version of the actual cover of your book, showing, you know, the front and the back and the spine. And most people usually just have one. That's the big thing, that you put it on some kind of stand and then it's unveiled, you know, at the critical moment. The other thing people tend to have, if you have the budget for it, is banners. You know, usually maybe at the entrance to the venue, you can have another one at the registration desk or where you're selling the books. Usually it's the same spot. And then maybe you can also have another one, maybe at a cake table if you actually have it. So I sat and I thought, because I've been trying to find just little ways in which I can cut costs and do things in a really affordable way. So last year, we actually had the book launch of one of my other books that I ghostwrote, which is Kenya's Tax Czar by M.G. Wawero. This is the former Commissioner General of KRA. And I actually got to thinking, because we had done a very nice dummy book. So I picked up the phone and I called Kiere Kamau, who is the MD of East Africa Educational Publishers. And I asked him, what do you do with the dummy books once you're done with them? And he told me that sometimes they go to a bookshop because bookshops use them like for promotion. But then I told him, and how long did they stay there? And what do you do with them after that? And he said they can stay a few weeks or a few months, just depending on what the bookshop wants. Because, I mean, once a new book comes, they might actually want to promote that. So then they just take the dummy books to their warehouse where they just literally are left to disintegrate. I was like, okay. And on average, because I've been following, obviously, the work that they're doing. So I know in any given year, they do 3 to 4 book launches. So I told him, can I have one of those? I mean, would you mind giving it to me? Because then the idea I had is, because I think from shopping around and even from talking to them, it costs an average of about 4,000 to actually create a dummy book. So this is an expense. You're literally not going to need it after that, other than the unveiling and then the photo up after that day. You literally almost have no use for it. And I kept thinking there could be a better way of doing this. You know, so if instead of doing banners and a dummy book, if I can have other people's dummy books and then literally find a place which can print a high resolution copy of my cover and then just slap it on top of it like a sticker. So I called around and again I was told, yeah, that's possible and at a very affordable cost. So I asked East Africa Educational Publishers, how many dummy books can you give me? And they said, how many do you want? So I got 4 and here they are. Okay, so this thing is a giant experiment. Obviously, I've never done this before. Like take an existing dummy and then slap my cover on top of it. So I didn't want to risk taking it somewhere and then maybe they do a bad job and then I don't have any dummies. So today what we are doing, I'm actually taking Kiraito Murungi's book, which that was launched sometime last year. In fact, I'm currently reading his book. Let me just show you guys. Here it is. It's actually a really good book, Beyond Politics, A Conversation with Kiraito Murungi. He actually sat down with Jerry Rugene, who is one of the most respected political editors in this country. So I've reached page what? Wow, this is embarrassing. I've reached page 52, but so far what I've been reading is fantastic. So anyway, so as you can see, have the book, what is dummy, sema coincidence. So this is the book we are taking to Galleria. It's a place called Chapa Copy. And so we've agreed they'll do one, and if I like what they've done, then I'm going to send to them the rest of the dummies. I'm still debating whether to use all 4 because I'm wondering whether I need them. But the idea I had is if we can have one at the entrance And then, as I said, from my last video, if you watched that, we're going to start with a Thanksgiving Mass, and then we'll move into the hall for the book launch portion of things. So I'm thinking the one we'll put at the church hall entrance, we can move that to the garden and use that and put that next to the photo booth, because we're going to have a backdrop for people to take photographs. Then, of course, we need the one we will actually unveil in the hall, so that one will be, covered up until the critical moment. And then I was actually thinking we could put a third one, either at the registration desk where we will be selling the books, or we can put it next to the cake. Some of these decisions, you decide on the day. So we are supposed to do the setup of decor and everything on the Friday before the event, so I'll make the decision then. So I might not actually need all 4 decor books, but anyway, I will decide. Okay, so once we dropped the dummy book, and now we headed straight to the printer. This is the Printing Services Limited, and they are based in industrial area. And that was basically just to pick up the copies of the book because they were ready. I had the privilege and the opportunity of actually meeting the MD, Mr. Rao, and he was really nice. And I actually got to see a little bit of the factory. One of the other things I had to do other than collecting the book is, traditionally what happens is the printer will print all the pages, and then they will finish one copy. And by finishing, I mean, the folding the pages and actually binding it, and they'll send you a sample copy. And then if you like it, they'll finish all the other books. But the other thing they like is you inspect the books, like we got 9 advance copies, and they usually require you to return one book. And of course, you sign it approved to show that, okay, you like what they've done. And I think this is just a technical requirement. It's just something you've done. As I said, this is the first time I'm doing that, because normally this stuff is done by a traditional publisher. But when you're self-publishing, you have to do some of these things for yourself. So we left the printer literally like maybe an hour ago. So we're actually waiting on the full delivery of the books. But I took the liberty of taking a package because I want us to do an unboxing together. So let me show you guys, even as we wait for the books to arrive. So this is it. Woo. This is so exciting. No matter how many times you do this as an author, wow. Unboxing a new book is just... Woo. I'm trying to do it neatly, but clearly, yeah. Wow. Ooh, look at it. It is such a beautiful book. Wow, this is really nice. So guys, the copies are here. So you have no excuse not to pre-order one. So I just wanted to talk about the giveaway, which I know I promised you in the last video when we did the venue tour. If you haven't watched that, please go and watch that. So as I said, I'm having a pre-order of the book running until 2nd of December, which is the day before the book launch. And to enter the giveaway, you need to have pre-ordered the book. It's 1,200. You can order it from Nuria. And I will leave the link in the description box and also on the screen. I'm celebrating 17 years as a published author. My first novel, The Unbroken Spirit, was published in 2005, which is why I came up with the idea of giveaways around 17. So there are 3 main giveaways. The first one is 17 of the people who order this book will actually get a gift bag. I am still working on that. That's one of the last things that I'm yet to finalize. But in fact, I was just talking to the person supplying them. So hopefully I'll have those in a few days. And then the second giveaway is 17 of my favorite books. Actually, I had a question about this because someone actually asked me, is it better to get 17 of my favorite books or 17 of your favorite books as the author? I mean, as the winner of this giveaway. Actually, let me know in the comments because I want to give people books that they will actually read. You know, I might think a book is good. I mean, a book is good and, you know, someone doesn't actually read it. The top prize is an easy one. It's actually 17,000 in as a gift voucher or as cash. Again, I want to ask you guys, which would you rather have, a gift voucher, and if so, from where? Or would you just want me to put money in your M-Pesa? So even as you let me know that, so those are the 3 giveaways to be won. So mbuzi ya Christmas tuko nayo. I'm actually really happy that it's actually, the book launch has coincided with the Christmas. So I'm thinking anybody could always use a little extra cash around Christmas. You can use it, maybe you're hosting a party, you can take yourself to a supermarket and do a nice big Christmas shopping. Or maybe you can decide to buy a mbuzi and still have plenty of cash left over to buy a few drinks for your friends. Or for the more prudent among us, January is around the corner and kids will be going back to school. So you can actually save that money to go for back to school shopping. So I think this is a really nice gift, but as I said, the way to get it, to stand a chance of winning, you need to pre-order the book between now as of watching and second. So stop what you're doing, go and pre-order that book, and then just wait. I will be announcing the winners of the giveaway before Christmas for sure. So probably the week after the book launch. So thank you for watching. I'm very excited. I know you guys are gonna love this book, so I hope you, at least now you know you can go out and you can order it. I will also be putting it in other bookshops. My other books have been sold in Textbook Center, Prestige Booksellers, Bookstop. So I'll actually talk to them and make sure that this book is also available in those outlets. So thank you for watching this video. I will catch you on the next one. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and remember, whatever you do, whatever life throws at you, you keep on dancing.